Hi, this is Mimi from Mimi's Paper Crafting. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be doing a one-sheet wonder journal. To get started, you're going to need non-directional double-sided paper. This is the first piece I found, so that's what we're going with today. And let's get our paper trimmer. Also, don't ask me where this paper's from because I have no idea. None. It's been in my stash a very, very long time. So I couldn't possibly tell you where it's from. I do remember it was tropical themed. I'm almost 90% sure it was tropical themed. So now that we trimmed off and made sure, so make sure you're at 12 inches. Some companies will definitely give you more than 12 inches. This one I just cut off the branding strip where the little hole was. Then we're going to slice it in half at 6 inches. And then we're going to put this away. Are we going to put it away for now? No. I'm going to chop this into one of piece into equal pieces, 3-inch equal pieces. So I'm starting at the 9-inch and cutting every 3 inches. Okay, so I have 3 equal pieces. Then we're going to take them. And one of them we're going to cut to 1.5. Okay. 1.5. I think 2 of them we're going to cut to 1.5. I believe, yes. So 2 of them we're going to cut 1.5. So we're going to cut them in half. Lengthwise. Okay. One of them I'm going to cut in half this way, so we have 2 3-inch pieces, and this one we're going to cut at an angle. So I'm just going to line it up, and I'm going to do the best that I can. It does not have to be perfect. So we have 2 pieces, okay? And then we can put this away, and we're done with it. We don't need it for anything else. We do, however, need a little circle punch. So we're going to turn these into pockets. So I'm just going to stack both pairs together and do a thumb notch. Only one set of these need a thumb notch, okay? Only one set. And I'm just eyeballing it, okay? I'm not being perfect. And then we can do the thumb notches on these. Okay, there we go. And then these we don't do anything to. So now we can put this away. All right, then you need your scoreboard, because we're just going to score this piece of paper here. And since we already cut at the 3s, you should know we're going to score at the 3s. So at 3, 6, and 9, and then I'm going to flip it and score from the other side. 3, 6, and 9. All right, then we're done with that. Easy peasy. This is a very easy project. Okay, so now we're just going to accordion fold. That's all. Look, this paper cracked. Okay, that is why I tell you to be very careful. I don't know what paper this is. It's really going to bother me. But I will show you how we'll fix that. I wasn't planning on it cracking, but it did, and that's fine. So now we have a little accordion journal. Now we're going to fix this. Let me grab... Okay, I just grabbed some washi tape. That's all we're going to use, and this is black floral washi tape, and I got this years ago at, I think, AC Moore. So it's old. It's been in my stash forever. But we're just going to reinforce. I'm not worried about it. this kind of stuff happens, you guys. You can't let it bother you. I am, however, going to trim that off. Same with this one. Okay. And okay, they were cracked on this side. And honestly, now we just added a little bit more decoration to it, didn't we? And here. If the other ones aren't cracked, I'm going to try not to cover them, or maybe I will, just so they all match. Maybe I will, just so they all match. You guys, today, well, last night I realized, today is the April 16th. So last night I realized that my grandfather passed away a year ago, 2 days ago. And today is my grandmother's birthday. So, I'm going to make something today in honor of my grandmother. Some kind of baked good. What? I don't know. Also, I've been slacking on making dinner. The boyfriend, okay, so this is April 16th. The boyfriend's been sick. Today is Wednesday. He's been sick since Sunday. And I'm not gonna lie. This girl here, a little bit over it. A little over his sickness. I've been just a little bit tired of dealing with it. So I've kind of been slacking off. But today I have to make dinner. I didn't last night because also my dad's face is swollen. Like the hits keep on hitting, you guys. The hits keep on hitting. So I was like, well, is he even going to want to eat anything? So it was just me and the boyfriend's hasn't been hungry. So it was just me and my kid eating. So I didn't cook. But I've been slacking. I'm a slacker. Okay. So now we have this little accordion journal. And you're asking yourself, well, what are we doing with this? Easy. We're going to glue them on here. So each one gets a pocket. See that? And we're going to use the opposite sides on the opposite side of the paper. Ooh, that was a mouthful. So we're just going to do a very thin line of glue and glue this down here. Clean up whatever glue comes out. Okay, we'll just do this side first. Get that done with. All right, one of these I wanted to use as a belly band. So we're just going to put a little bit of glue at the top and the bottom to make ourselves a belly band. I could sew this, but my sewing machine's not working right, you guys, and I just don't feel like dealing with it. Then we're going to take this one, and now we have this one as our little, I think we have to trim off just a smidgen of this one. Make sure before you glue it down, you check that. You want to be inside the score marks, or else it won't close. So we have that, and then we have that. So now we're good. It just had to be closed. It had to be trimmed just a little tiny bit. So make sure to check that on these pockets when you do yours. Okay. Burnish that down really well. Maybe if I can figure out what's wrong with my sewing machine real quick, I could sew this then and show you what it would look like sewn. to check. And then we're just going to do over here. Yes, I think so, because this one tucks over here, so we'll do opposite for this one. So just glue along the top and bottom edge and down the side. I'm going to turn it so I can line it up a little bit better. And there you go. Okay, now we're just going to flip it over and do the same thing. So this one we're going to do over here. You know what? Let's not do it on an end. The other one's on an end. Let's do it more in the middle so it's not exactly the same as the other one. Not that it matters. Okay. Alrighty. There we go. Okay, and let's do this one over here. Let's do this one over here. I don't want the two long pieces next to each other. So we'll do this one here. All right. And this one's going to have to be trimmed also because the other one did, so I'm just going to trim a little bit off of this one. I mean, look, it's the tiniest amount. Like I said, you just want to make sure it fits on the opposite side of the, so I can close this easily, okay? That's all. Now, what would you use this for? You could use this for a little journal, or you could use it in your journal. It would be something that would be really cute used in your journal, or for just a little journal. And then you could decorate it, go all kinds of crazy. I'm not. Okay, and should we put that there? Like so, or should I do it over here? I'm going to do it over here because I don't want them facing the same way. But I'm going to leave a little bit of a gap because of the score line. Like I said, always make sure you're on the insides of your score lines, okay? You want to still be able to fold everything, and this can still fold. So there you go. You got a little journal, all pockets. Let me see, do I have some? Here we go. It's a piece of scrap right here. So with a belly band, pockets, pockets, and on the same thing on the other side. And the belly band. Now, I'm going to pause, see if I can fix my sewing machine, which I should have done. Everything's falling, you guys. Everything is falling from everywhere. I'm not going to lie, I should have tried to fix my sewing machine the other day, and I did not. It's just that it's the stitches are loose. So I think it needs to be cleaned. But give me a second, and I'm going to try and fix this. And if I can't, I'll be back, and we're just sticking with this. Okay, here it is, all done, all sewed up and ready to go. I think it looks cute and it'll look really good in a journal. I don't have a journal with me. Hold on. Here's my practice journal, the journal I put all the stuff in that I make for you guys. So it would look good just clipped to a page, or is there a pocket in here somewhere? Should have a pocket somewhere, or put into a pocket for journaling, or use it for a journal all by itself. And you could even add little signatures in the creases. So you could put a signature here, you could put a signature here, and a signature here, and have a little tiny journal. It would be very, very adorable. Thank you guys for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a quick, very easy project. What took me the most was fixing my sewing machine. So there you go. Like I said, 2 key points, okay? Make sure that you get non-directional paper, because you really do need double-sided for this. So that's the second point. You need double-sided, and make sure they're non-directional. All right, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and I will see you guys in the next crafty video. Have a great rest of your day.